Hey, thanks for joining us for our third in a series of 5 that we're doing in regards to ditch bags or bug out bags. The bags that you need in case of an emergency or a natural disaster at your house, in your region, wherever you live, things happen. These are some of the things, as you've seen in the other videos, in this video, that I believe that are required for anybody that has a family with kids. It's different for adults. We can fend for ourselves. But with kids, they depend on us. And these are how I've set up our family, essentially. So in the other 2 videos, we talked about, the things that you need for your ditch bag as a base, start fires, to bury your poop, the bags, everything that we have that's in our ditch bags is in Ziploc bags because they're waterproof. But you can also use those Ziploc bags for other reasons. And having extra ones is just an added bonus. Rather than carrying a bunch of extra bags, just put all the stuff that you're going to be using in Ziplocs and reutilize those bags as you move. So all of the stuff that you see in front of me is what we eat in the military, and they're called MREs, or meals ready to eat. And I've actually got a bunch of different varieties. I've got, Warfighter, which are the special forces ones, which are really they're actually pretty good. They've all changed a lot since I started eating these back in the 80s. They're actually really delicious. They're very high caloric intake foods. So one bag like this one, for instance, this is a Warfighter recommended. It's the 2nd gen or 3rd generation of the Department of Defense from the United States. And this one is Asian style beef strips with vegetables. This one is Mexican style chicken stew. There's mixed vegetables and ratatouille, so a vegetarian one here. There's this is a non DOD or non-Department of Defense one. So this one is pinto beans and stew with ham. This one is lentils, so those are probably vegetarians. So I'm going to just kind of unwrap one here. I've opened one up and I've actually started to eat the M&Ms. So in each one of these comes a bunch of different stuff. Now, this is kind of the base package. So I just opened it. The M&Ms were in there, so unfortunately they're all over the place now. So there is a bunch of different things. The nutritional energy bar, crackers, M&Ms, which you're seeing me eat, a little bag that has iodized salt. This one has a base beverage, so this is like a powdered drink. This one's lemonade, has chiclets, and it has a sanitary wipe. So either you can use that for toilet paper, you can there's an alcohol wipe to clean your hands, a tissue, whatever you want. But they all come like that. In the old days, and some of them, if you can still find them, have instant coffee, chiclets, creamer. This one's got sugar. It's got 3 packs of waterproof matches. Now, waterproof and water resistant are different. So anybody that's bought a jacket for snowboarding or skiing, there's levels of things that are waterproof. These will light if they get damp. If you keep them in water, they're obviously not going to light. So any damp situation, they're still going to light. You'll still be able to light a fire. But that's one of the reasons why I have those other fire starters, just in case something happens to these. This is fruit punch beverage. So the way that this would work is you would rip this off. They got little tabs here. Rip it and pour in however much water. There's instructions. So right here it says 12 ounces of water. And after that, or a half a canteen cup to the pouch, fold over and shake it, and you have fruit punch. And honestly, they're not bad. This is peanut butter. So that peanut butter there, it's enough to do all of the crackers that are in that little package. And I'll show you. This is a heat tab. So you can see there's 4 little things in here. And we're going to show you here. In fact, I'm going to start that right now because it does take about 5 minutes to heat up some food. So this one I've already opened. There's a line on the bottom here. So it says do not overfill. And the reason it says that is if you overfill it, these little tabs become oversaturated and they lose the ability to heat your food. So, sorry, I'm just so used to doing this. I'm putting the food package in. So we are going to be eating chicken noodle stew. Sounds pretty delicious. So you throw that in there. Make sure the tab and everything are straight. It goes right down to the bottom. Do not overfill. Grab a little bit of water, which I just happen to have here. And I'm going to pour in water to the line. And that's it. So now what I've always done is I fold once, fold twice, fold it over like this. I let the water go onto the bottom so you can see the water's all in here. And I give it a bit of a rub like this. And it's going to start to heat up. So I'm going to stuff that back into the box that it came out of. And I'm going to do it so the folds are down so it keeps it tight. And just give it a bit of a massage, a shake, and then that's it. And this is a little holder, so when it does come out, because they actually do get pretty hot, I'm going to put it in there. So this one that I opened up, this one's got cheese tortellini and tomato sauce. And for dessert, it's diced pears, which I'm not going to open. So let me just clean this up here real quick. So all of these are different ones. If you're a vegetarian, there's lots of them you can try. There's clam chowder, which I have never had. Another M&M. Clam chowder. This is beef and black beans in a pepper sauce. There's apple pie. There's pork ribs. There's chicken noodle soup. And this is chicken pesto pasta. So all of these are enough. Like when this, actually you can just see this starting to get up now. It's starting to bow the box. And when you see that start to happen, you just kind of want to give it a little bit of a rub, and it'll keep getting bigger. In fact, you probably start to see steam coming out. So I'm going to leave that right here. These are the spoons that come in the packs, and they're handy. Keep them. So once you use it, wash it off. Keep it handy. You never know when you're going to need it. And you know what? For kids, for all of that stuff, it's worth keeping. That's why we have so many of them. Whoops. So this is... Oh yeah, it's getting hot now. So that's essentially it. Now, this is about 3,500 calories, maybe up to 4,000 calories, depending on which one you've got. It'll all be telling you what it is, the nutritional stuff on the back of it. You know, there's fat content and everything. Everything that you need as a soldier to make it in the day when you can't eat normally. So the premise on that is, if this is about 3,400 calories, this is enough. One of these bags, in the worst case scenario, should be able to last you guys for the whole day. So don't eat breakfast, get up, open one of these up, have some of the snacks, have the peanut butter, which is super high in energy. It's a protein. Have the crackers, because obviously carbs are good for you. You're going to be burning energy, right? Your nutritional bar, this can be cut up. You know what? Let's open this up so we can see what it looks like. So, little bar. You can break this into little pieces. Oh, actually, it smells pretty good.
Have a piece.
Yeah, there you go. So, Rice Krispies, from what I can tell. Yep, Rice Krispies. Apple cinnamon. And you know what? It's not bad. It's actually not bad.
They're pretty good.
It tastes like apple pie without the crust.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not bad. So this is getting nice and hot now. I don't know if you can see. You can actually hear it sizzling. As this heats up, these little tabs, let's see if I've got another one here. These little tabs are the same product that you put down in your sink. So if you have a clogged sink, this is Drano in little packets. And when you add the water, it causes a chemical reaction with the magnesium, the aluminum, and the powder, which causes a huge amount of heat. And it's enough to heat up everything that you need. So yeah, that's it. There's obviously for us, I've had these for years. The shelf life on these I don't know if it actually says. When I buy them based on the year and the menu package. There's 3 boxes. Or actually, no, sorry, there's A and B boxes. They have different menus. And they also are all stamped. So when you're buying the real American DoD, Department of Defense MREs, it'll say 2020, 2022. And those are the ones that you want. And over here, you can see there's like, this is fat-free mayonnaise. This one is cheese spread. This one is cheese spread with jalapeno, cheese spread, cheese with jalapeno, barbecue sauce. There's a Nescafe instant coffee. That's a beverage-based lemonade. That's iced tea. There's a pepper sauce for a steak, moist towelettes. Everything that you could need really to get through in a day. These are actually pieces of bread that are in here. You know what? We can open one of these up so you guys can really get an idea. I swear by these things, not the loaves of bread, but by the actual food. They work in every type of situation. And just to prove to you that it's actually not bad, nobody ever believes me and my friends laugh at me. We'll open up the peanut butter, take a piece of bread. See, I don't know if you saw that. This has probably been in that vacuum packed bag for about 5 years. And you can see that it comes apart. It's not like a piece of cardboard. It's still got moisture to it. The peanut butter is just like peanut butter. Smells like peanut butter. Ah, that's awesome. It's delicious. You want to try a bit?
Sure.
Now, great thing about these spoons, this side works really well as a knife. On the other end works really well as a spoon.
Thank you.
So, the point is that all of this is done and set up so that you have the ability to survive. It's not that you're going into a battlefield. It's not that you're a soldier or anything like that. But think about your kids. Think about everything that you're going to go through in the worst possible situation. And you have to think like that, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself not having any food, not being able to survive, your kids crying, your kids whining, your kids feeling cold. And that's not the way that you want to start something where you're not going to know when the end of it is going to be, you know, when you're going to be getting back into your house, or when you're going to be able to get to a relative's, or somewhere safe, somewhere warm, and somewhere where there's going to be hot food or beverages, or even more food for that matter. Which my wife was kind enough to put a sleeping bag on the table here. I want to address this because sleeping bags are all rated. And when people buy sleeping bags, I don't think that they actually think about it. Now, everybody buys a sleeping bag with the premise that they're going to go camping. And usually camping happens when? In the summertime. And it's warm. And the temperature only gets to 15 degrees, or worst case scenario, 10 degrees in the summer at nighttime. So this bag, its lowest actual temperature is 0. And it's a high loft. So this bag is good to 0 degrees. After that, it's not going to keep the heat in or the cold out. So if you're having to leave your home in the wintertime, what are you going to do? You're going to drive where? You're going to drive up the Coquihalla. You're going to stop somewhere on the Coke, or you're going to get to Hope or somewhere, and all of the hotel rooms are full because there's 3 million people in the Lower Mainland. And where are you going to stay? And now you've got a sleeping bag that's only good to 0 degrees, because it's your camping sleeping bag that you only use in the summer when it's warm. So this sort of stuff, in conjunction with blankets, in conjunction with your clothes, in your vehicle, will be fine. What happens if you can't get your vehicle out? So these are sorts of the things that you're going to need to think about with preparation in mind. Now, we don't keep ours in our bags, but we keep ours in our garage. And worst case scenario, we'll be able to get into our garage with the garage door, because we'd be able to even back through the back door, get in, grab our sleeping bags, grab the stuff that we want to be able to get, and then take off. So now you can see it here, it's starting to sweat. You should. So all of this water that's on the outside of the bag is actually probably the steam that's come from. Well, I don't know if you can see the steam.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that is pretty hot. Like I can touch it to keep it in there, but it's steamy. So anything that's creating steam is obviously turning water from a liquid to a gas. So probably be able to see the bag expand. So give this chicken stew a try. Let's open her up. Over there. All right. So it's got little tears on the.
Open that one.
Oh, scissors?
And this one too.
Oh no, I'm not going to use the canteen. So squish your food down. It's warm. It's not hot yet. I didn't give it enough time. Cut the top off, and if you can see this. Now, in the old days, I was lucky because they had Tabasco in MREs. Somebody else, I guess, got the contract for the pepper sauce, so now they're using Bullard's. But pepper sauce, and you can see, I don't know how well you can see in there, there's chicken, there's noodles. It's a spiral. Oh, you won't like it. I'll try some. So, now I've eaten these for years. Camping, doing things that I had to do when I was in the service. There you go. Chicken on the backside, noodles in a sauce. And you know what? I could tell you my kids would love this.
For survive, not too bad.
Yep. Tasty. Even a little bit of carrot in there. Give you an idea, that's 5 mouthfuls. And I'm only halfway. And there is lots in there. Now, obviously, you're going for carbohydrates and proteins. And that in itself is great. So, really easy to use, really easy to utilize. If you think about it, piece of bread, crackers, this. If you've got other things, there's tortillas that are in there. You've got your energy drinks, you've got your protein bar. Oops. You know, you've got your seasoning blend of salt, peppers, everything that you need to survive. And I think that is where I'm going to close this one off for now. The last one is we're going to talk about blankets, what to use, what not to use. We'll touch on the sleeping bag again, kids' clothes, and how to pack kids' bags, and what you really need for clothing, not just for the short term, but long term as well. So thanks for watching our videos. Hit the subscribe and the like button, and we'll see you on number 4. Cheers.